is where this will contain everything they need. So, okay. So we don't have to start the timer here. Basically, we're getting rid of this cutscene in the timing, but that's okay. Well, those two of them. But that was the way Sonic Fan, timed his run. He skipped one after you exit the garage, based on how he tried to do what he did. But yeah, so a lot of people are doing still with the SRT4, I imagine. Be interested to see if anybody does like the R32 or anything like that. I, however, am going to take the cheapest car because that means we can actually do some upgrades. And I did some looking around, and basically you can spend the 6,000, get yourself some NOS, and then get some of the upgrades that are going to get you the most actual improvement on the speed of the car, because handling, I think, is going to be fine this early on. I did forget one thing real quick here. There we go. So yeah, so kind of mapped that out to get the best top speed that I could, which basically actually puts me on par with the SRT4, but now I have a NOS that I would not have if I was just buying the SRT4. I have also been messing around with the tire dimensions a little bit. Again, I'm not going to do like a drift tune with it because of the autocross tournament. Because you don't have your NOS when you're doing autocross, and because those turns and everything are so tight, I don't think it would be an advantage to have drifting or a drift tune. I've tried a few different things with this. I wonder... I have not tried... Because like tire width and tire profile does change how the car handles. And I basically want the most grip I can possibly get for the autocross stuff, because the rest of, beating the first race in Vanessa, the NOS is going to make more difference than anything. I'm basically trying to set this up for the autocross tournament, because after that I'm still going to switch to the IS 300, or 350, 300 I think. So yeah, so I'm basically trying to set the car up for the autocross tournament itself, to get through that faster. With the NOS, you're basically going to be multiple seconds faster on the first races compared to the SRT4. But this is where we're starting the timing now. Basically, when you hit the exit garage, that's where we're going to start the timing. So we'll go ahead, 3, 2, 1, go. I have found that it's still best to use the slipstream off the start there, because your NOS would basically only get you up to your top speed, but this car is so underpowered that NOS would get you past your normal top speed, where later on, you really kind of hit a upper limit of what a car will do regardless. So I'm basically using it right here because that's the slowest spot of the race. Yeah, this definitely feels like the car doesn't want to just rotate. So yeah, mid 53. Can't remember offhand what I used to get now for the stock SRT4. I'd have to go back and look. I know it's in the 50s, but it might be the upper 50s. Or mid 50s maybe, but... We also get an improved time here whenever we don't have to follow her, or even if we do have to follow her, because we can use the NOS to push her, and then also slipstream after the NOS to push her. But obviously we get through that a lot quicker having a NOS to use after we come out of that 90-degree turn. Normally you're like barely getting into third or fourth gear. With the NOS you're getting up towards the top speed. Because yeah, that's with the SRT4 with shift boosting will do a little bit more than 150, where this will stay at 150. So we're losing a little bit of time for most of it against the SRT4, but with the NOS, that's where we're really going to make up the time. Because I think on this race, perfect, I can usually get like a 103, 104 with the SRT4. With this, I'm getting like 102s and 103s. I can't remember, I might have gotten a 101 also in practice. We'll have to see what I come up with here. Ah, still a 104 again. I did slow down a little bit, maybe too much on the left-hand corner there before the dip and then the chicane there onto the final straight. Might have been where I lost some of my time, because otherwise it felt pretty good. This one though, I gained like 2 seconds, which is crazy for a 30-second race. I guess it basically like you have a higher potential or like a better potential as far as what times you can run, but then of course you also have like the NOS as a backup, so you can pretty easily get what we used to be getting. Yeah, like a low 31, whereas before we'd be in the 33s or 34s.
Now you didn't put some on your...
Nice, we got her. Okay, I like that. And so yeah, with the change to timing, technically every run on the leaderboard would need a retime to get the official time, but I don't think anybody's really gonna mess with that because it'd be, what, a few seconds, because most of us, the way the timing was, it would be your load-in time, hurry up, get to the SRT4, and then exit the garage. It's not like anybody was sitting around in the garage when they started their run, so... I think that's fine. I just did that, but I remembered I did a little bit of testing with this one, and I think the NOS is better used when you're up on 2 wheels towards the end of the race. Because even though like the NOS on 2 wheels goes way slower than it does normally, the NOS on 2 wheels is so much faster than just 2 wheels that it ends up being a bigger time save for that last little bit of the race before you finish. Since we're using the 2 wheels to do the spawn manipulation for after this to get over to our autocross tournament. Oh shit, was I? Whoops. Lost some time there, didn't even realize it. Dropped down to 4th by mistake. Because yeah, like the NOS on 2 wheels, get above 150, but it wouldn't be like you'd get there quickly, but that's still faster than this is. Because yeah, still like a 140, and I'm pretty sure I've definitely done like 139s. I also lost the time being in 4th gear when I thought I was in 5th. Apparently, according to Sonic, one of the reasons why I have longer loading times, it might be because I've only got one hard drive. So it's having to run the operating system and the emulator on the same hard drive. So I may look at getting a second hard drive. Of course, that's nowadays, who knows what the what something like that would cost. I kind of missed my window to get that. Well, potentially, I guess there's, yeah, that whole situation is ever changing. And this is kind of the big unknown with my strategy, because I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the best tire width, profile, rim diameter, all that stuff to get through this stuff as quickly as I can. This is a new test of 355 all the way around with size 4 tire profile. And actually, yeah, that's way faster than I normally do it. That's like a whole second faster. I know most people are in the 54s or 55s. I cannot figure out why I've gotten worse at that race, but a 56 is still 56 like flat is still definitely better than what I've been doing with the SRT4 or with my previous setups on this car. I was getting like high 56s or 57s still, so it's kind of like matching the SRT4. With this race, I have got low 41s. Missed the apex there. Probably won't this time. Still a 42 though. That's kind of on the upper limit of what the SRT4 will do stock, so I'll take that. Okay, cool. I had one run that I was recording offline earlier in the week, or last weekend maybe it was. No, it wasn't during the week, yeah. I was doing some like offline attempts, just recording them. And I had a 54-second time on this track and missed it, so I had to do an extra lap, so it was a whole minute that I lost. And then it just died in Atlanta for whatever reason. The game really was throwing everything it had at me. This isn't going to be a good lap time, but I should be fine as far as making it. Wow, still a 54. Would not have suspected that with how badly those middle turns went. So now we're back to what I used to be doing. So my change is, I guess, drastic, but doesn't last very long. I'm guessing, like I said, some people are gonna use the SRT4 with a tune. I think Sonic and Dare have both been um, using the SRT4 all the way to the end of Atlanta, but I prefer the Supra with level 1 stuff. So I think basically using this car at the beginning is just kind of that small optimization compared to the SRT4 when it's stock. And then I just prefer this car over the SRT4 with level 1 stuff. I might lose a little bit of time per race compared to that car, but I think this car is a lot easier to be consistent with, especially with, like, if there was no traffic, then obviously you'd go with the SRT4 because a tune means you're going to be able to do a lot higher or a lot faster times on races. Where's he going? But with traffic, I would rather take the car that I know I can control a whole lot better. He always splits those cars. Oh, come on. Did alright. Probably could have gotten one more boost or an earlier boost on that last one, but we'll take it. Unfortunate. Also unfortunate. Threw me off being that far to the inside there. That was also close. The cop's nice. We will definitely take that. That was also very close. We'll go ahead and use the NOS here. Yeah. Lost quite a bit of time there, unfortunately, but be alright.
Nice one, man. Nice.
That's the kind of save I can only do with the muscle memory that I have on the DualShock 2 controller. Never did get comfortable enough with the muscle memory on the Xbox controller to be able to pull that off. Because you pretty immediately have to downshift, slam on the brakes, and use the brake at the same time while counter steering it. It'll swing it back around. But it takes all of those things to be able to do that. First time we got the cops on us. Not too bad as far as what the game's going to throw at us this run, it would appear. We'll see how it goes. Try to catch up. Caught the cop on the traffic car like I wanted to there, but ended up hitting one myself. Unfortunately, he already decided to respawn there, dang. That works though. Was that the car he hit, I guess, before? Unusual to see one on its side like that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Closer than I wanted it to be there at the end. 201 ain't bad, though.
All right, Holmes. That
And curb. Okay, cool. That means we're going to get the good spawn for Phil up there on, got my knee. There it goes. For Sunset Cliffs, which I have not gotten in a while with him. Usually I'm trying to guess where he's at, because the other spawns can be pretty random, but Sunset Cliffs is always at the same spot, so we've definitely had some good RNG so far with this run. Not sure how I hit that car. Thankfully none of them sideswiped me on their way through, jeez. Ooh, that was close. Trying to lead him over to there. He made it through that. Wow, nice. That corner that 90-degree right-hand corner shows up in a few races, and you have to remember that you have to, it's like if you're turning by the time you reach the end of the inside wall, like that's way too late. You're going to end up on the outside. It's got a very narrow outside wall through the rest of the turn. So you want to be sideways, basically on that. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Shoot, I should start doing a spawn manipulation on that one too, if I happen to get that. So if I don't have Sunset Cliffs and I end on Curb Dogs, I should really be doing the two-wheel stuff before you even go left onto the train tracks, because that'll put you closer to where Phil spawns. It'll be a little bit better for me since I didn't go all the way through the finish on four wheels, but
Hey man, I
I
got
could
word on the tournament
could have done a
taking
lot
place.
better by
Might want to check it
basically
out.
spawning way back
Content
over
you're
here
enjoying
instead.
for real.
Because yeah, you could spawn basically right back there instead, and that would be better.
Meet Phil, and he'll hook you up with some more races from his crew, the Chopper of America Bike Club.
Bus. Two buses. Oh. It's been so long that for some reason I was thinking he'd be up on top of the deal
Oh,
instead of
man,
down here.
racing,
I
Phil.
almost went the
Be
wrong way.
careful out there. Está loco.
Or not yeah, Coastal Chaos, that's what I meant. Hopefully we get Sunset Cliffs, though, as one of his other ones. That would be really nice. It is nice, though, that the Midnight Club community, at least some of them, have started to move over to Rocket League also, because that's what I play more often than not throughout the day. Nice to be able to actually play that with people. I think I put 1,900 hours in the game, just completely solo queuing the whole time. Definitely been nice to have some people hang out with for that. Playing this game online, if it's not capture the flag, though, is not quite my cup of tea, because I think what makes this racing game so interesting, like as a racing game, is the traffic that you have to go around. And that part isn't in the online stuff.
Yeah, Holmes, that's
Which it would be difficult to do like even a four-person, like four actual people who know what they're doing trying to get around traffic. Because the way the traffic system works, there's almost like it's the line that you can get through with it. It's trying to do everything it can to kind of put you in a box as far as being successful. So actually having four people try to fit through that one box, or try to figure what else out to do. Don't know how well that would work. Would be fun to do some races, like speedrun races against other people. It would be tough to do a full any percent one, but we could probably start. Oh, get the hell out of here, cop. We could probably do some like actual city percent stuff. So basically just speedrunning one section of the game. Bro. That traffic wasn't there. That actually would have helped me because he was speeding me up as I was turning. That's wow. It just really started wanting to throw all the traffic it could at me on this race. Yeah. Never seen the traffic do some of this shit. Definitely getting through this level much slower than normal, but thankfully it's still a very quick level. It would be a shame not to have this one in the rotation. Yeah, what is that? 5, almost 6 seconds slower.
You afraid of spending?
Okay, so we got Renegade here, which is good. That means we could get a short Vanessa. If we get Rupture and Alley Assault, that would be ideal, but we'll probably get Hide and Seek along with either Rupture or um, Alley Assault. Somebody go past me. Oh, I hate when they do this. They like sandbag you so that you can't get an SST and keep up with Phil. That's the only thing, is if you get Renegade when you're going up against Vanessa, then you can slipstream off of her. But when you're going up against Phil, there's not much you can do there. You have to hope that somebody else goes around you. We are catching them though. I just realized, I wonder if there's... That was like way more group than I thought it would be. I wonder if there's actually anything in the code that prevents the other opponents from knocking Phil off of his bike. Can't remember if I've ever seen... Because like we knock him off all the time. And obviously he hit a cop there by mistake, but I can't remember if I've ever seen another AI opponent knock Phil off. Nice, that worked out way better than I thought it would. As did that line right, all the traffic lights there. Yesterday I went over to my parents' house to work on the race car. Finished putting together the valve train stuff in the head of the engine, and then checking valve clearances because the Ford motor, you can't adjust the valve clearance. You have to, it's basically like a metal bucket that taps the end of the valve, and so the tolerance there, you have to just buy a whole new bucket. So I'm gonna have to buy a couple of those, and once we've got that, we'll be a lot closer to, why did I do that? A lot closer to being ready for the machine shop to take over. But I'm over there talking to my dad in the garage while I'm measuring the valves with the clearance with the feeler gauge, writing all my stuff down to do my math. All of a sudden my mom starts yelling from inside. She's like, "There's dogs in the house." Because they've got a dog door for our little schnauzers. So we come in there, there is like a full grown lab mix and then some other small dog just in their house. And super friendly, thankfully. That was our dogs, of course, were barking at them right up in their face. "What are you doing on our property?" Mentality. But they were just chilling, you know, seeing what was going on, saying hi. They had collars on, but it was just like, what the hell happened here? I didn't recognize them, you know. They didn't look like any dogs that I had seen in the neighborhood before. So we got a hold of them, got them back outside, trying to figure out what they did. Like, we didn't leave a gate open. How did they get in the backyard to get through the dog door? Well, the big dog had basically tried to dig under the gate a little bit, and in doing so, he's big enough that he actually took the gate off
That's what I'm talking about.
some of the hinges, so that the gate then swung like top to bottom, or top to bottom instead of left to right. And so they just like pushed the gate that way to get back there. At that point, like, they didn't have tags on their collars, they just had collars. So we had no way to know what was going on with them.
look like the lady wants another piece of you, and this
Come
time
on.
she means it. She definitely put some work into her ride. She gonna teach you a lesson, son.
Yep, she's really gonna teach me a lesson, isn't she? She's on it. Ready to go. Fucking get to the... Come on. So now we've got these two dogs out in front of the house. Like, what are we gonna do with them? Decide we just have to grab a couple of our leashes and see if we can figure out where they came from, you know, looking for like an open gate or something. Asking people that are outside if they recognize them. Nobody did within a couple of blocks around us. And it's like, well, they could have come from outside the neighborhood. Like, it's a, oh, what the fuck is that? Because where my parents' house is, it's pretty close to one of the main roads. So if they got out of another neighborhood and then just happened to wander into ours, like, what the shit is all of that? If I had hit that frickin' gas pump there. Oh geez, there's one way up there. How the fuck does that work? How the fuck? What is all this fucking traffic? I should have gone. Should have gone the shorter distance there. I wasn't at max speed. There's no point in doing this route that way. I normally do it because you can go from max speed, drop the speed a little bit, and then back up to max speed faster than trying to go through the parking garage. But hey, I'll take this. So at that point, super friendly dogs again. We also figured out, like, okay, they probably came from... Fucking kidding me. I hate when the cross traffic does that. Right when I try to tell a story here. Let me lock in for a minute to get past San Diego. Fuck off. Yeah, let me concentrate on this shit. This is annoying. Yeah, normally we would already be finished. Lost what? At least 10 seconds there? That was the weirdest fucking... I don't even know. Don't even know on that one. Okay. We might get ruptured. I'm definitely have to lock in. Got greedy. Fucking drift. Don't have a NOS anymore, but I have a head. Where the fuck is he? He went up. Normally that would be worse because you're going into traffic. Fuck off. Don't you fucking dare. Jesus Christ. I figured it probably wasn't spawning traffic for him up there because I wasn't up there. Splits. I think this is another short one. Although it's loading long. Don't recognize. Why am I not recognizing this one? Fuck off. Okay, this isn't as short as Rupture, definitely. Oh, is this the one that ends? Yep, okay. I have to be careful with the ending on this one because you can't fuck up for sure. Get the fuck out of here. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Fucking A. Weird bounce, but okay. That's right, I need to go this way. No. Get. Yeah, because that's one if you do it wrong, you end up in the water there. How I didn't carry 175 miles an hour through all that, I don't know. Joff, he had dove across for no reason there. Nice.
Hey, man, you want me to hook you up? I got some incredible new paint in.
Doing well so far here. Because, yeah, that's pretty good RNG there. The fastest I think I've had is like a 32 with the RNG that I've run into. Because I don't think I've ever had without Renegade. I want to say some of the San Diego,
I just
like,
heard that
gold
Dub is bringing
splits
one of
are
those
ones that
tournaments that they like so much to
go
Atlanta.
without that
Maybe you
race.
want to check it out, man. You could win a dubbed out Cadillac.
Get the fuck out of my way, Dre. Um, but again, I think maybe we save 5 to 8 seconds. No, it's gonna be more than that as far as cutting out the time that we're in the garage and everything at the beginning on our old runs. But that was still, it's not we don't spend a minute in that original menu and everything, so still definitely saved some time just on the actual racing and all that by itself. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we've got the two dogs, and now it's like, well, we've got to figure out where they come from. Nobody in the neighborhood realized who they like, didn't recognize them or any of that. We could tell they were definitely with each other though, because if my dad started to walk away a little bit with the bigger dog, the bigger dog would start to freak out because he wanted to be closer to the small dog. So it was like, okay, they either found each other while they were out and now they're best friends, or they came from the same place. But we thought maybe they came from the same place because we could tell like their teeth were all clean. They had their collars. Like it was like, okay, definitely somebody's taking care of these dogs. But there was just no telling how far away from home they were. And so at that point, it's like, well, let's call animal control. Well, they're not open on the weekends. So it's like, well, shit, are we going to have to try to keep these dogs in the backyard or something? And, for the rest of the weekend, like, what do we even do? My dad's like so mad because he had all these plans on stuff that he was going to do over the weekend. And that did not include fucking taking care of stray dogs. He was sitting there with the bigger dog, the lab mix, and he's just looking at it. He just lets out this giant sigh. And I was like, well, cut to 3 years from now, and he's your best friend. He didn't think that was quite as funny. But at that point, it was like, who the hell knows where this is going to go? Because it was like almost like, well, my sister's talked about wanting a bigger dog. I guess maybe we could put him over there for the weekend, take him across town, and then she'd really be able to find out whether she actually likes having a big dog around. Thankfully, my mom thought about like, well, let's take him to a vet maybe and see if they have a microchip on him. So we load him up in my car, and then this freaking lab is like panting the whole time, drooling all like I'm gonna have to get my car detailed now. Like this dog shed everywhere, drooled everywhere. Yeah. Just like okay. Thankfully he didn't like. That was the other thing. As soon as we opened up the doors, both of them hopped in. It's like okay, they've been in a car before. They knew exactly what to do, and they were excited to do it. So these are definitely somebody's pets. And thankfully, that because of that, he just like laid down after a minute. It wasn't like he was clawing at shit. Doing well, man.
What's
Yeah.
that money for?
Is that your Twitch name? Is that Brian, right? Isn't that Brian? Everybody's got different Twitch stuff than they do on their Discord stuff. If I remember right, that's right. Oh, why did I do that? I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, doing pretty well. Just did my first strat there for starting runs with the new timing deal. I did the Scion TC with some level 1 upgrades to get it the most top speed, and then NOS. So I think it's better than a stock SRT4. And I just used that basically to get through the first race in Vanessa so that I could do that. Well, and also the autocross tournament with the Scion as well, and then switch back over to the IS300 like I normally do. So I think it's a small time save on the beginning of the run. Oh, fuck off with that. Compared to the stock SRT4. And then from there it'll be kind of everything else that I've normally already done. I don't think I need to change up things too much from what I was doing, but yeah, I was telling the story of we had 2 stray dogs yesterday at my parents' house. Found their way in through their dog door. They got into their backyard, and then like I was in the garage working on the engine of my race car, and all of a sudden my mom started yelling that there was dogs in the house, and it was like some sort of Labrador mix and another smaller dog. I couldn't tell, some kind of a mutt. Thankfully, they're super friendly dogs, but yeah, that was a weird way to start the weekend. Um, but we eventually got him loaded up into my car to take him to a vet to see if they had a microchip on him, and the lab was just drooling over everything. I'm gonna have to get my car detailed at this point because like it's bad. Uh,
That's what you're paying
but
for, huh? I'm a genius.
get him to the vet, and then the big one doesn't have a microchip, and it's just like, oh shit. But they ran the scanner over the small dog and then got a hit.
Alright, now back to the tools.
And
Don't be fooled though. This Mitsubishi corner like a champ and has some speed to back it up.
turned out the small one's name was Barney Rubble, which like he had shaggy blonde hair, so that one made me laugh. That was good old Barney Rubble hanging out with us there. And they basically gave us, here's the service that they were microchipped with, so I had to call them, which was just like a random or like a regular customer service helpline. I had to go through a bunch of button prompts of like, are you sure you don't want to buy our service? You don't need to sign up or register your dog? Or it's just like, no, I need to report that somebody lost their dog. Get me to somebody who can help with that. And finally we did. It took quite a while. We were just basically hanging out in the parking lot with these dogs. They said they reach out to the owners, and we'd go from there. They'd have the owner reach out to me. We waited around for a little while, walked them kind of around some grassy areas near the parking lot there. And eventually decided, well, let's get them back to the house instead of just hanging out here in this parking lot until we hear from the owner. So we load up in the car where they can drool all over everything again. And right as we're about to leave the parking lot, I get a phone call, and it's the owner. And so we just basically turn back around. So I got him in the car twice for no reason, but Owner was a nice lady, super cool. Basically, it sounded like the big dog had also broken out of their uh, backyard the night before, so they had been out wandering around all night. I don't know exactly how far they had made it, but if she was from the area, obviously she knew where we were when we said we were at that particular vet and everything, but I don't know how many neighborhoods over they had traveled by themselves there. Oh shit, come on. But yeah, just a weird way to start the day. And that was so Barney Rubble apparently was the dog's original name before it was adopted by her. She changed it to Buddy, and
Don't
then
be
the
kidding
bigger one's
American on me
name
now.
was Loki, and that dog I guess was like her niece's dog. And normally it's like a big old lab, and apparently normally it's in an apartment. So she was watching it for the weekend, so it would have a backyard, and then it goes and breaks out of the backyard. It's just like okay. He said, "You give me an inch, I'll take a mile," literally. Uh, But yeah, pretty well behaved dogs. I mean, that's, obviously they wanted to go somewhere and explore or whatever, but it's not like, it was almost like the small dog at first didn't want to be really next to us or anything. The big dog was totally fine with like coming up to us and having us pet it and everything. Uh, but then the little dog would kind of like curl up his lips a little bit and start growling. Uh, but then as soon as we brought out some leashes, they both just kind of like walked right up to us like, all right, where are we going? It's like, okay, well, I guess they're trained. Uh, it was so funny though. So we went through all that, not knowing like who do we get. Do we try to reach out to animal control? Animal control's not there over the weekend. What are we gonna do? They don't have tags on their collars, and the little dog had really really shaggy hair. So we go through all that to get to the vet to find out who owns him, to wait for the phone call back from him. And I'm leaning down because the smaller dog's finally letting us like really pet him and everything. And then I noticed his collar, what I at first had thought was just kind of like white stripes on the collar. Turned out no. Wait, is that lettering? The dog's name and phone number were on his collar, like embroidered onto the collar itself. But his hair was so long that we didn't see it. So it took until we literally were already had everything solved, waiting on the owner to come pick him up, that we found that like, oh, it was there the whole time. We didn't have to do any of this. I didn't have to get them in my car and ruin the back seat. But that was just like, oh, come on. That's my dad said he's taken that fact to his grave. My mother will never know that we all missed the fact that the info was right there the whole time. Uh, but yeah, that was a bizarre way to start my weekend for sure.
That's a classic pimp.
After that, thankfully, I was able to finish out my calculations on the head of the engine. I did have to order two new um, valve guide deals because they were out of tolerance. Um, but two out of the eight ain't bad. Or no, two out of the 16 aren't bad. Am I thinking about no? Two out of the eight. No. Two intake, two exhaust is four. Yeah, 16 valve. Yeah. Wait a second. So yeah, two out of the 16 ain't bad, considering they're like $11 a piece. Uh, so once those get back in, then we'll be able to do like a final assembly of the head to send it off to the shop, and then we'll send the block over to them also. They're going to do some more work on that. Oh, that's right. I do need to, because we got new connecting rods for the crankshaft that come with stronger studs, because we're pretty sure that's what broke on the original engine, was the connecting rod bolt that holds the rod to the crankshaft. Basically, one of those bolts gave out, so as it was spinning around, it just let go of half of the deal there, and at that point, you just have a loose piece of metal flying around at 6,500 revs a minute or whatever. Oh, I got right between those cars. But we do have to check the bearing tolerances on the new connecting rods to the crankshaft. It's a Ford, it's not a Honda, so the tolerances I think are pretty wide. I have to imagine will be good, but I'll have to buy some plastic gauge material to do that with. That'll be a next weekend thing, though. Hey, you made it to the bridge. Nice. Oh, man. But yeah, how's your weekend going, Brian? And I'm glad Atlanta did not keep up the pressure there. For whatever reason, the last 2 races with Vanessa, no, it was actually all of Vanessa's races. For some reason, the traffic difficulty, like the traffic patterns it was throwing at me, were really difficult for that early in the game. And just all of a sudden, because like even Phil was fine. So I'm glad that Atlanta seems to have not kept up the difficulty. Lucky. Shit. Close. Oh, come on. Shit. Really not good. I had a lot of good momentum on the beginning of that race there. It was all went apart there. Right at the end of that lap. Surprised there's still like light poles and shit there. Normally all that gets knocked out by the opponents and me through the first 2 laps. Oh shit, get out of here, bus. Oh. Guess I spoke too soon about the traffic patterns being a little bit easier there. Really tried to throw everything at me at the end there. Probably lost a little bit of, well, yeah, because I went down to like 2nd gear on that long straightaway, so I definitely lost some time. Chin is over there. Where is Lamont? Like right over here. Where the hell is his? Isn't it like right over here somewhere?
Yeah, look out for this guy. He's got this
Oh, he's doing it different.
that's really cool.
Damn it. Don't know why I did this. I wonder why he's not in his normal spot there. I haven't done West End. Oh, fuck off.
This guy's truck is serious. You better be too.
Where are we going, buddy? Is this like a different way to do West End? Because that's the... Around the block. How weird. For his first one? Well, I guess we did, yeah, because we did do Freeway Circuit for Roy. Motorbicycle. Why did that not speed up at all? That cop almost T-boned me, didn't he? I just realized that. It's almost really bad. Need to remember to use this more. So you can do that with it. Probably a little bit too early, but that works. That outside railing there has a little lip on it that you can catch, so I'm glad I didn't. That cop is really sticking with it here. Nice. Hopefully that doesn't like change something in the internal code to go, okay, yeah, fuck this guy. It would be really funny if like doing that was actually upping the difficulty every time. As like no, you don't get to win that easily. We just didn't know we were doing that as another cop yet. Saw the tire smoke. Definitely is not a regular traffic car thing. Don't you fucking... Whoa! That was so close. Nice. Not bad at all.
Okay, player.
There's West End. Yeah, it's really weird that I would have thought they would just default to West End if you hadn't done it yet and you were doing Le Mans. Like, that's almost always his first race. I guess that might mean that actually Around the Block is supposed to be his first race, but you usually get it with Roy, so that it doesn't work that way. Yo, that is such a good West End. Holy shit. That was so smooth. I hardly slowed down at all. Oh, man.
You for real, huh?
I was like, second lap, I wanted to say something. It was like, don't fucking jinx it. That was such a good race time there. That was so smooth. Super happy with that. So if we're doing lube job here, we've already done freeway circuit. That means that Cheng is probably going to be cemetery circuit to start. Hopefully we get scavenger though. I have not gotten that one in a very long time. And we've done a lot of the other races because we haven't done Vortex, although we might get that on Roy's second deal. But if we did like a cemetery circuit, scavenger, Vortex, something like that would be nice. Have we done Old School? We did Around the Block. Or is Old School the first one for Roy? I always forget. I think it is. There's another one I'm thinking of. Oh, the one where you like start kind of in that mall area where it's just like paved concrete that isn't actually a road, and then you drop down to the road. I forget what that one's called. There and Back? No, There and Back is the other one. Can't remember what that one's called, but... Let's see here, read your message here once I get done with this one, because the traffic pattern here can be tricky. That was actually super smooth through there, too. Yeah, good enough that I even lapped the
Yeah,
car
man.
there. Thankfully, they didn't throw the semis like out over the finish because sometimes they'll hit them and then they'll be like right in front of where the checkpoint is. But yeah, we did Buckhead and back already. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get for Cheng's last races, but hopefully we get Scavenger. Based on what we've done already, it's definitely gonna be an odd assortment of races for him because I've done like a lot of the
Car
ones I
wants
normally
another car,
remember
and he
doing with
turned up
Cheng.
in a serious car, but that new Charger is a
That was
monster.
dumb. I started looking at the mini map. Like, I'll just cut over to him. Yeah,
Alright,
I knew the
now
first one
back
was
to
going
the
to have to
tune.
be Cemetery
Don't be
Circuit.
fooled though. This Mitsubishi
Get
corner like a champ,
out of
and has
here.
some speed to back it up.
Yeah, that was pretty much expected, so we'll see now. Thought about doing that way too late. Should have done it sooner. That was really tight on the traffic pattern there. Super happy with that so far. Using the downshift there to force the slowdown whenever you hit the slope there. Super handy trick, because otherwise you're flying like straight into the wall. Too much speed on the start of that. Did it right the first two times. I found a nice balance there, shifting up into, I don't even know what that race is. Capital Punishment, interesting. Hopefully I don't get that one then, because that does not sound familiar. Come on, guide on. That does not sound familiar either. I knew it was going to be a weird one, so I was hoping I'd get Scavenger though. I'm just going to go ahead and take a slipstream off the start just to be safe. Yeah, I've definitely never done this one. Do I go? No. I have no idea where I'm going. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Thankfully, they've been fairly obvious turns so far, and hopefully this is the right way to go. Am I going? Okay, just straight forward until I have to turn. This is probably the first time I've ever actually done this race. I definitely, yeah, because doing that jump, I don't think I've ever done a race that does that jump. Shit. Okay. Do I stay on the road? Yes. Or no? Okay. Thankfully, it was a pretty obvious finish there. That was almost bad. I had no idea where I was going. Park and ride, that's the one I didn't think of. Man, I'm not going to get Scavenger again. Jeez. Because I didn't even get, well, what was my race? Oh, the stream's already too far ahead. What was my race time on that? Did you catch that, Brian? I don't even know how long that race was. I was focusing on where the hell I was going. It didn't feel like it was super long as far as the time on it. Definitely longer than Scavenger. I don't know if it was longer than Vortex or not. Because I know Vortex is like a sub 2-minute race. This one I think is an okay distance, but I think Scavenger Vortex would have been super nice. Oh, that's not bad at all then, either one of those, yeah. 136 or 146, okay. I can definitely live with that, especially doing it on my first try. Oh, this damn traffic. That was smooth. Okay, I'll take that. And I also think this is a pretty good spawn for where,
Not bad, fool. Not bad.
yeah, I've never had that with Roy 2, but you know, fingers crossed, it would be nice to. Um, but I think the spawn that we got here is pretty good for where Roy was at. Yeah, not too bad. What is he over there for? That's got to be Vortex, right? Is that, am I thinking about that correctly? No.
This guy looks like he's more concerned about his hair than racing. He's fast though, so watch out.
It could be Mega Kitty, maybe? No.
Oh man, look at
Oh
that
God, why are we
route. Now
going way the
that's
hell over
crazy.
there?
Don't give this guy no leeway, or he'll ruin you with that sweet American muscle.
No, that is Vortex. Vortex is okay, yeah. That's Vortex. I was thinking Vortex was on this side for some reason. It's the other side of the map. I knew it was on one of the corners. Wow, that ended up being a pretty straight shot there. Ah, come on. That's the one time I think a curb bug will actually be helpful. Whoops. That guy did not make it. Damn it, I knew it. It's like I tried to do a steering input and then the car just didn't seem to really move all that much. I knew I was going to clip that edge. No cops there, nice. Not too bad so far. Oh, nice, yeah. Ah, I did get Razor, dang. I think that's a 2 minute plus race, but we're still looking good. But yeah, definitely give that a shot, man. It's definitely nice for the fact that it doesn't take hours of your life to try it, or like try it once, I guess. Like obviously you could spend hours of your life on it if you want to, but the fact that yeah, it's a much shorter category is definitely helpful. Didn't hit the brakes early enough there. Damn cops. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, I thought for sure I was gonna clip that wall. You pull your vehicle to the side of the road. Why was I thinking that was a 2 minute race? That was actually much better. Come on, scavenger. Here we go. Come on. Okay, that's still all right. So we might still be good for at least the same as maybe a little bit of a PB. If it would load. There we go. Just wait for the slipstream. Take it easy here. Pretty lucky with where that car was at. That was actually like the smoothest I've ever done that first little section there. That was also lucky. I'm pretty sure that cop was trying to torpedo me there. Understeered a little bit, but thankfully there's a wall to bounce off of. Dang, I am behind. I must have had a hell of a good Atlanta split on my PB run then. But to only be 20 seconds behind, I'll take that. No restarts, just a difference of RNG at that point, basically. Come on, come on, come on. Because yeah, I feel like a 20-second swing for this game across the entirety of a segment's pretty good. Not bad at all.
Hey, fool, ever heard of the world famous Detroit Muscle Turner? Even you is gonna want to take part in this, man. They got a classic Chevy Fleet Line for the winter.
Ooh, I almost clipped that. super tricky to get around all those cars, jeez. Cannot believe that shot me right between those cars. Holy cow. It's like a coin machine that needed a specific coin, and the coin was a Supra. Just please insert Supra. Whoa, weird bump there. Okay. Oh, come on, drift. Ah, I couldn't quite hold it. Got too greedy. Oh, come on. Still won it, but unfortunately that's not, lost quite a few seconds there. Resurrection. I don't even know this race either. Damn. Where's my button to fucking... Damn it. Come on. Fuck off. Hopefully there's no shitty cross traffic. Nice. Sub 2 minute race, but still not the shortest one in the world. How the fuck do I don't want to... Oh, there it is. Ban it. Ah, okay, nice. too aggressive on that. That was close. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, honk at me for that. If I had a horn, I'd be honking at you too there, but I'll make the turn. Come on. Nice. A sub 145 race.
Hey there, I got
I
some
will
new
take
parts you
that.
might want to check out.
Okay, and actually we should be, if Leo is over here, that's a really good spawn for that. We can check and make sure, or check and see what's going on. Nothing right off the rip there, unfortunately. Where are you, buddy?
Classic muscle
Ah,
and
he's
part
right
of
there this
American
time.
royalty. This city was built on muscle. You better start flexing yours. Oh man, here comes Leo. This guy's practically a legend around here. He rolls in
I
a
feel like
classic
somebody just
81
woke up that voice
Z28.
actor
Don't
to do
see
his
too many of
lines.
those looking as good as this one does.
Or like somebody, like he was half asleep and somebody just handed him a phone and like put a piece of paper in front of him and said, "Hey, say this." That's how he figured out, or that's how he put in those lines. It would be funny if that wasn't the case, if it was actually like somebody literally told him, the direction for this character is you're extremely sleepy. He's a very sleepy character. You need to make sure that you're mumbling, that you're not enthusiastic. There's too much adrenaline in this world of racing. We need the sleepiest character. The guy who just does not give a shit about racing at all. It is asleep the whole time. That's what we need you to be, to really balance this game out. It's too intense right now. There's too much going on all the time. They just need a calming voice to put them to sleep. That's what the person playing the game needs. That's what you have to bring to your performance. Hey look, cop torpedo. That's what I like. That's what I like to imagine.
Alright, SA, don't be getting no beat.
The guy half asleep laying in bed getting that put in front of him is funny, but I like the one where it was like, now that's a deliberate choice. That's the direction he was given as an actor. You gotta be sleepy. Finally, at an unordered race though. It's like a nightmare if you don't get this one. This is such a good race to get in your run. Dang light poles. I jinxed it, I was too happy. Still a sub 50, so not too bad. Oh, fuck off, game. If I could just for once not have to do this race, it would be so nice. Too early. It's not great. That's a third gear turn, dang it. It's the kind of stuff you forget when you haven't played consistently. That was pretty lucky because I actually had no steering input there as I hit that light pole and fence on the other side. That, however, was not as great. Too early, what am I doing? Fuck out of here, game. Wow. I have no idea how it worked that time. Sometimes this game is just wiggle your thumb and pray. Knew it. That's probably the fastest I've ever gone through there. Make the damn turn. Nice. Actually ended up being like a good little just quarter panel tap into the wall. Good save. What's going on, Pairborn? Oh, nice. Doing well so far. We've got the new timing system that they implemented, so I did my new strats at the beginning of using the Scion TC with some upgrades since it's so cheap. Before switching to the IS300, so I can get through the first race with Vanessa and then the autocross tournament faster than normal, and then just kind of doing my normal stuff from there. But it's been going well. I had a race that I've never done before in Atlanta, and so to only lose 20 seconds, I'll take that. And then Detroit so far has been going well. No restarts in my run so far, knock on wood. Still good as far as that goes, yeah. That's you working on the PS2 or PSP version? Because I know there's people doing both. Take that. Of course there would be cops. I knew it. I saw the car and I just didn't do anything. Get out of here, please. Oh shit, that was so close. Hell yeah. A 56 and man. Okay, better traffic textures, nice. Turn them into actual cars instead of just kind of colored boxes with some lights on the front and back. That definitely makes sense, it kind of needs it. Oh, the trains, okay, nice. And I guess as far as the textures go, are any of them close enough that you're gonna like try to change them into an actual like car model from the real world, or just kind of improve the quality of what's there? That was close. That was such a smooth turn, Jesus. That was so close. Make the damn turn, nice.
Now you're in the game.
Oh, like putting MCLA music in MC3, nice. Yeah, that's I wasn't sure if like with the textures of it you could basically use the same like car model hitbox or whatever, but just oh, finally I literally just thought last race I haven't had any weather yet, but I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. And then I get it here. Thankfully this one's pretty short though, so because yeah, I don't know if you can take the model and then extend the texture past the end of the model or not. Or if it has to be on the shape of the model itself. Because I think the truck, the small pickup truck, really looks like a like Toyota Tacoma. That one I think would be pretty easy just to kind of make into a version of that with the textures. But like the regular little sedans and all that, they're just kind of a boxy four-door car, so whether or not you could do anything there, I don't know. Damn, nice. Got past the snow. I'll take that.
Hey there, I got some new parts you might want to check out.
Oh, jeez. That puts us in a good spot for Spider here.
You ain't gonna want this the Detroit Autocross tournament player.
Man, it was
Just use
forever
this to
ago we
turn
actually
the
used
leg,
to do
come on.
that tournament. Get out of here. Back when we needed the CN to actually try to beat the game.
But that shouldn't matter to you. You know the drill.
God damn it, Spider, every time. And of course we can't draft and push him or Noss into him to push him. Oh, nice, yeah. Well, yeah, that's even the main cars making their textures improved. Nothing wrong with that. Wow, no traffic there at all. Missed the timing for the turn there. Threw me a little bit off. Jesus, what is that traffic pattern? No idea how I got through that alright, but I will definitely take it. Not quite the right turn through there again. Don't you fucking do it, Jesus. Thought for sure I was going to tap that with the rear quarter of the car and then spin off to the right and not make it through that like tunnel entrance there. Definitely flirted with danger a couple of times this run already. That would have been a really annoying race restart. Well, if that's the worst that's going to happen there, I will take that. Thank you, yeah.
Look at that. Now this guy's got.
As far as MC3 on YouTube, not a whole lot. I tend to check to see who's on Twitch every once in a while, as far as that goes. If there's people doing like first attempt or like first playthroughs and that sort of stuff. Not the right start there for Motor City. That was lucky. That turn is such a weird... It's like somehow the way that the curvature, or like lack thereof, the fact that it's like almost just a... Oh, fuck off. I hate that freaking transition. I thought I had it there, and it just bounced me left slightly. Oh, fuck, and then I'm watching them. I thought for sure that was wrong, but then it was like, well, if they're going that way. What is... Oh, no. It was going so well. Okay, well he went the wrong way, so I'll take that. Get the fuck out of here. And the police, god damn it. I don't have another NOS. Come on. Fuck out of here. Not sure how I survived that to get the win, but I will take it. Jesus. Oh man.
All right.
It's been some weird difficulty spikes for sure this run. Like it hasn't been one of those ones where like the game just says fuck you, you're not gonna win, because it can definitely do that sometimes, but it's like it's been pretty smooth sailing, and then just one race it'll be like, oh, the weirdest traffic patterns and weirdest bounces. Deal with it. I've definitely lost time on those races, but thankfully they haven't caused it to restart as of yet. I don't know how I got that much grip to not fly off onto the highway there. That's also weird. Don't know how I got to the inside of it there. I just kind of guessed that based on the fact that there was two other cars, it wasn't going to be like a double car stack up there at the intersection. Because I don't think you can do that every time. I think sometimes if you try to go to the inside like that, there will be two cars sitting there and it'll just hit one of them. Like there's not enough angle to squeeze through both lanes. Jesus, that almost did the same thing there. Why have I gotten such bad bounces?
Hey man, you want to get some value put into that thing?
No, I want to get some more speed out of it though. I'll take that.
Yoshi's a different type of racer. His crew's very calculated, very cool. That bike she's running with is
Not
pretty
quite
insane,
what I
man.
needed to do
So
there,
you're
but
gonna have
that'll
to
work.
step it up.
That seems to be a pretty common thing with me. I'll get 3 races in a row that use that same off-ramp off the highway. It's like Motor City, whatever that last one was. I don't know, was it Belly of the Beast maybe? And then this race. And I always get them in a row. Where I have to do that same jump 3 times in a row. Coming off the highway, that tight exit. Not quite how I wanted to get through all these guys, but that'll work. Just gonna shut it down this time and make sure I get through there. Nice. The McLarens have arrived. This is probably my most hated single turn in the entire game. Because sometimes those traffic patterns will just be like, no, there's no way to go get through without hitting somebody. That one was pretty awkward, but there was still a lane through it, but you don't always get that. And it's like a super tight 90-degree turn. Almost carried all my momentum through there. Got lucky that that car turned back to the left there. That could have been bad. But I will take that as well.
Nice one, but soon you're gonna have to start.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm just hoping I don't get ghetto days this time. It feels like I've gotten that almost every one of my runs, and it's such a long freaking race. Close. Oh, hell yeah. That was really good, too.
Not bad, son.
The only problem is I don't know where Roy and Caesar are. Or Caesar and Angel, I mean. I want to say they're usually up over there, but let me just double check to make sure. Yep, no headlights.
Oh man,
Damn it, he's
you
over
don't
there this
see a
time.
lot of them. I think that's a Collada. I can't believe this guy racing one. You better be careful. Those things are unbelievable quick.
Which means it's probably like Ravaged Ruins or something like that. I don't think I've ever gone through it that direction.
Crazy competition with Angel. He's all
Yeah.
about precision handling and speed and
How did Angel not show up on my review when I was spinning around there?
You
Yeah,
taking this dope route
Ravaged
before.
Ruins.
Let's see you do it again.
God, could you imagine the end of the race being like that instead of just the one car that kind of tries to mess you up? That was so many cars through there. I should have gone on two wheels. Unfortunate. All right, no snow. Come on. No snow. All right, cool. And just four opponents. Nice. Unfortunate. Although they all got cleared through there, so we're still in the game. Come on, get there, get there. Yes, nice. A little bit of insurance there to have the extra NOS now. Get the fuck off of me. Probably need the extra NOS now. Go the long way. He didn't go the long way, god damn it. Not yet. Oh, I thought for sure I clipped the inside there. Come on. Get the fuck off of me. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was so close. How did he still have a NOS left? Oh my god. That freaking race. That's a run killer. So glad that was not in the snow, because that would have been real bad. Oh, this one's got like 7 freaking opponents. I think this is the one that has the really bad start, where everybody can just like knock you off into the water. Yep, it is. Just get the hell away from everybody here. And of course there's Zondas. Or there was a Zonda. He is no more. Get the hell out of here, Lamborghini. What the fuck was that? What is happening on the mini-map? They're all dying. What the shit happened there? There's too much traffic for me to try to look backwards. Holy hell. Oh, fuck. That was wild. That's the kind of shit that I'm talking about with this race. Like, thankfully I came out okay. But a lot of the time you get mixed up in that shit, and then it does not end well for you. Come on, turn. Fuck off, minivan. That was lucky. How is that fucking Zonda? I knew it was the Zonda. Oh, fuck off. Damn it! That's so annoying. I'm pretty sure because he got so far behind, it turned the rubber banding up a lot for that Zonda, and then he just fucking took off, which I did make a couple of mistakes. There's no doubt about that. If I had my last NOS, I might have been alright, but I basically had to try and drift it. Damn it. I got so far before actually having to do my first reset. or restart. Hello? The hell was that? Ah, I forgot to do the wall ride there with the NOS, although maybe it's worth hanging on to it with how weird this one could be, because it didn't really gain me a whole lot when I ended up making a mistake anyways. Bus. Yeah, I was so close to the freaking end too. Oh, that sucks. Damn.
Wow, you took that one quick. Nice.
Wow. The most enthusiastic NPC that's ever been in a video game. I've still got over 10 minutes basically just to do Angel. So if I don't get Ghetto Days, I should be in the clear. That's what we're praying to RNGesus for, is no Ghetto Days. Oh, where the fuck am I going? Not how I wanted to find that checkpoint. That'll work. Two buses? You can't tell me that the US has public transportation that good. Fuck. A third bus. We're getting oops all buses here. What is that dude's speed? I'm gonna have to try to catch him with the cross traffic. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. We're hanging on here. So I'm gonna have under 10 minutes, but that should be fine. As long as I don't get Ghetto Days, because that's like almost a 4-minute race.
By invitation only is ruling out a major player. Angel's been tearing up races for years. Time someone takes him down.
I'm drawing a blank on this one. I know I've seen the name before, though. I should know where to go. I just can't remember the race offhand. That looked like a lot of checkpoints, though. I don't know if this is going to be a short one. That had bounced me to the left into that semi. Couldn't slow down because I had to jump the fucking bus there. Okay, yeah, this is starting to come back to me. Because, yeah, that'll slow them down because they'll have to actually do the jump. Yep, and around this one, okay. That'll work. Yeah, you want to stay over here because that car is always there, and then turn left. Yep. Yeah, I think normally this is where I use my second NOS, but oh well. Yeah, and then through the gas station. And one of the most awkward corners. Whoa. Don't know how I pulled that back over around that minivan. Just try not to get bad curb bounces. Get the fuck out of here with that placement. Yeah, because this is the one that ends up, yep, over there. Okay, cool. That's right, we basically just follow this up to the top. So not a super short race, but at least it's not like 3 minutes. So if we get Slum in it and something else that's not Ghetto Days, we'll be fine. Hockey Town maybe? That's kind of a rare one though. Bus. That's why I saved the NOS. Thankfully I didn't use it before I got into the turn, because that would have really been bad. Well shit. 241, that's almost a 3-minute race. God, if I get fucking Ghetto Days also. Okay, Tiger Stripes, that's one I forgot about. So this and slumming it, that would be my preferred final couple races here. Super lucky. Get the motherfucker. And I'm not close enough to get any slipstream. Oh shit, that wasn't their taillights. Okay, a couple of them took a bad bounce through there. He didn't take the fastest route through there, that's good. Come on, come on. Oh, thank God. Have to go wide. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Fuck off. Go the long way. Go the fucking long way. Thank God. Come on. Come on. Get to where I can drift. Get the hell out of my way. Oh, thank God. Alright, Slim it. Come on.
Look at that.
Fuck! So we might be a little bit ahead of pace, but not anywhere close. If it was slumming it, we'd be like 3-4 minutes ahead. Oh, in the fucking snow. God damn it, game. That's the thing about Midnight Club, is it never hands you anything. So yeah, we might not even be ahead with how much slower it's going to be in the snow. Because the snow really slows down the drifting. And then he's going to try to pin me to the wall. Okay, nice. Yep, if you could actually boost me and not into the back of the car though. Too early. Because this is like the only second gear corner in Detroit. Or no, that's not the right one. There's a left-hander in one of the races through there that's like actually second gear. Thanks, buddy. Just kind of awkwardly park your car where I don't know if you're going to go through the intersection or not. Come on, turn back the other way. Yeah, almost a 2-minute lap. This fucking race is so long. And I didn't have the full length of the road because of the fucking band. I have to use it early, damn. I think it's better to use it where I use my second one normally rather than at the end there. Because that sweeping turn, I'm not even going to have enough damage left to do that sweeping turn right in the wall. So yeah, we'll use the NOS and the slow left-hander into the long straightaway here. We had a chance to be multiple minutes ahead, and then it throws me this race in the snow. And we're basically just going to be right where we were before. Oh, what the fuck is that traffic pattern? God damn it. Come on. Barely ahead. Ah, man, this game. Come on. Still hanging in there, though. I definitely haven't had a perfect end of the game. Okay, for a second there, I thought I might not have enough. Couldn't remember how much the bike was worth. If I was short for the McLaren, I would have been so mad. Only level 1. Okay, so I'm short of NOS. Get the fuck out of here. Should have known he was doing that, though. He couldn't go straight.
Hey, don't forget, man, US champ
God
races
damn
are
it, dude.
serious. There's a lot at stake. It's all about pride on the line.
Which way are you going?
Go through these to advance that slamming career of yours.
If you could hurry up, it would be appreciated. Okay. Was going to try to get a slipstream since this one's so long and I'm down in NOS, but this will have to work. That car was moving. Just do an extra jump there. Jesus. That turn always makes me so nervous because you don't have a good angle. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. He basically just became my braking zone a little bit early. I was able just to accelerate through the rest of the long sweeping corner, so I guess I'll take that. Unlucky. Okay. For some reason I was thinking there was somewhere else I needed to save the NOS for.
I taught you well.
Guess I could have used it off at the start after all. Really hoping we would be done with the weather. Yeah, we use it there. Close. Too early. Come on. So the only thing about the F1 is it's so susceptible to hits off of light poles and all that. Stay on the bridge. Way too early to use that NOS. I keep forgetting how long this one is. Really felt like that was between those cars, but okay. Fucking make the turn. This is where I should have used the NOS. Shit. Grip levels are super weird with the snow. Fucking turn. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, Kyoshi, come on.
Don't
Nice.
be afraid, man. Go get those street races. I know you got skills. Now prove it and
Following
push your street
her through
racing
that one
career
is
as far as
bugged,
you
and
can.
it can be really hard to actually get her to go to the right place. Of course. Not the worst. Could have been better, though. Oh, man. That pole went so far that it hit those cars. That's crazy. Tried to use the second NOS there earlier because I realized I was running out of space basically to use both of them. All right. the fuck is that car placement? Just literally in the intersection where you can't go through it. Nice. Should use the NOS there, forgot. Too early. Alright, car, don't be there this time. Close enough. Fuck off with that. Okay.
What I tell you?
Uno mas. Where you at, Roy? Had to be this way, right? Is that what I saw? Nope. Did I really just blow right by him? Oh, shit, there he is.
Street racers are all over the city. Take them out one by one if you want to reach the top.
Unfortunate. 5 points if you happen to notice that that was Roy whenever I blew past him the first time. Whenever I saw the headlights in my rearview, I thought he was the one facing me that I had gone past. So that's why I blew by him the second time. Why not? Nice. Oh, actually, yeah, 'cause I'm way closer to the finish than I thought I was. That was a good place to use that NOS. Save this one for the landing here, just in case. Nice. So 2.5 minutes.
Don't be getting all arrogant on me now.
And yet, here we are, right? Wasn't expecting the delay at the start of their animation there. Okay. Geometry. Okay, I'll take that. Weird bounces, but it made me go around the van, so. Too early. Almost too early there, too. Damn. Well, that's right, because I had one of them in the snow. That's why I'm like, how am I 20 seconds behind? But 20 seconds behind for one of
You
them being
took
in
that
the
one
snow.
quick.
One of the longer
Nice
ones being
going.
in the snow. I guess I'll take that. Still in striking distance, and even if I'm like close to the PB that's listed here, because that last one was rejected because I didn't have my FPS showing, then that'll still be an official PB. So where are they at? That was over here.
Don't forget to take on those street
Where
racers.
the hell was
It's
he?
the fastest way to progress through career. Not to mention earn parts, cash, and all kinds of stuff.
God damn it. Where the fuck is he? Oh. Right
You
there.
made it, man. You've been putting in a lot of work and you finally got here. I'm proud of you, but it ain't over. Not till you take it all. Now get out there and take
A
what's
little bit of a
rightful.
time loss there. But at least we know exactly where Angel's at for when it comes time to go after him. Come on. Really, a car right there? Damn it. A little bit understeer there. Probably should have dropped it down another gear. Fuck your semi. Now we get to steal all the DVD players. I fucking knew it. It loves to rain on this one for some reason. Shit, that was a weird lag spike, threw me off. Make the turn. That made sense. Annoying waste of a chance to actually speed up while drifting. Just gonna make sure I land okay there. Of course. First try.
Remember who taught you This is it. The best of the best. Lots of cash on the line. Bragging rights for the winner, and let's not forget that beautiful
Where the fuck is it?
Lamborghini Murcielago.
I was expecting to see it when I came around that right-hand corner. Panicked for a second that I had gone the wrong way. Fucking eyelashes. That was actually luckier than I thought. I did not think there would be cross traffic sitting there where you can go left onto the park. I had no idea that car would have been there. Hey, bud. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm just like not getting in air control at all for some reason with this car. Too much, yep. There we go. Did not expect the computer to be right in the wall like that.
Wow.
My thoughts exactly. Wow. Oh, jeez. Don't hit the fucking... Okay, that'll work. Oh, shit. That will work. Got looking at my splits. Need to just do the race. Fucking in air, come on. Fuck me. Was that it? That was it, right?
What, you think you a pimp,
Nice.
money?
I will take that. Alright, decent spawns for these two, and not fucking across the map opposite of where they spit you out at would be nice. One of them could just be, you know, right over here. No. Oh, fuck. Vanessa's already on the map. Fuck. God damn it. I didn't even notice that it had popped up that it had revealed her already. Fuck off the fly. Which one spawns you up towards the top? Spider does, right? Yep. I need to do him first so that I have a less of a travel to get to Vanessa.
U.S. champ races and all the clubs representing. Everyone out for one thing, the crown and that Murcielago on the line.
Nice. Slightly bad, but not too bad. At least then it didn't put me all the way over to Vanessa first, and then I'd end up realizing I was halfway across the map from Spider after it, so maybe it'll even out. Of course, there's a car right there. Lucky bounce off the inside, I'll take that. Fucking, come on. Why did that turn so much? What the hell? Ten
It
minutes
took
to
you
get
a
through the
while,
rest of
but
the races? Not too bad. early. Thanks, bud. That was just the 180 for style points there. Took a while for that cop to catch it. Jesus Christ! Did you just see that thing in the rearview mirror? Must have been doing 400 miles an hour. It's like he barely caught me at the edge of his detection range or something, and the game just went, okay, let's get you up to that guy. Absolutely moving. Why did it drift wide? I could just feel it as soon as I started the turn there. Just did not feel like it was going to be moving the way I needed it to. Thanks, bus. Are my tires getting worn out? What the fuck? Okay. Yep. Somehow that worked out okay. Or not. Okay. Thankfully, though, that does spit us out right next to Vanessa. That's what I was aiming for with using him, or going against Spider first. So under 6 minutes for the two races. I think they're shorter though, right?
This is it. The best of the best. Lots of cash on the line. Bragging rights for the winner, and let's
And I
not
bumped
forget
her
that
because I
beautiful
didn't want it to
Lamborghini
give me
Murcielago.
the tournament over there by mistake. Sometimes the headlight thing is not super precise on what it's going to give you when there's more than one thing in range. So basically 5 minutes once we actually get started here. Don't know where I thought I was going there. Don't know how that worked. Uno Mas.
Oh, you think you're a
Cool, no rain. Fine. Barely got there. Barely got there. Don't. Knew it. Nice. Good launch. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
look at that. Hear me.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. That's going on the fucking leaderboard. $147.05. That's,
Wow.
where is that at on the
You think you're
leaderboards?
somebody,
Let's see
don't
here.
you? Mr. Big Time. Yeah, hey, good job. Put a
Oh,
lot
thanks,
of work
man.
into her. She's gonna fly for you. And she's beautiful. Just look at her. And she needs to be driven with respect. Not by some San Diego swinger who thinks not stuff. So don't be a punk. Enjoy.
So that'll move me up to 5th, yeah. Don't know that I could shave another 3 minutes off of it just on loading times. I did. I obviously lost about a minute from race RNG. Well, and yeah, because I only had one reset that was 1:30, or restart. Lost 1:30 on one restart. So there was that, and then 20 more seconds. So yeah, I don't know that I could get to Sammy unless I just get really, really good RNG with the race selection. But shoot, I will take that though. That felt good. Let's see, I'll end the recording.